Welcome everyone to my channel, that is Fast and Easy Maths, which is dedicated to give you tips and tricks related to mathematics. So students, today I am going to teach you a basic trick which will help you to solve many of these permutation and combination questions which are generally asked in most of these entrances, starting from JEE, going up to CETs, NDAs and etc, etc, etc. Okay, so it's very simple. Just understand, I'm going to give you a table, and if you can remember that table, then trust me, you can solve any of these kind of questions in matter of seconds. Okay, so now see, these are the kind of questions which are generally asked. Okay, like find the number of ways in which 6 distinct pens can be distributed to 9 children. Okay, similarly, the next one is find number of ways in which 11 presents are distributed amongst 8 people such that every person can get at most 10 presents. Okay, so if you look at your questions, normally you will come across that there are n variables which are being distributed to m fixed, meaning this m can be people, or it can be baskets, or it can be letter boxes, something like that. Okay, so now this is very important. You need to know what are your variables and what are your fixed. Okay, what are your variables? The things which are getting distributed. Okay, and what is your fixed? The things where these things are going to get distributed to. Okay, so sometimes it is people, sometimes it is letter boxes, sometimes it is basket. I hope you got my point. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm going to tell you all about a table. Okay, so now see, there are two main scenarios, okay, where these variables are distinct or they are identical. Okay, now if they are distinct, there will be two scenarios where you can give all to 1, or you can give not all to 1. Okay, so here, if that is the case, like if they have given you a scenario where there are distinct variables which are n, and you can give all of them to one person or one fixed thing, then you can write this, or you can directly say that this is nothing but m raised to n. And in case they have specifically mentioned that you cannot give all of the n variables to one single entity, then here you just have to do m raised to n minus m. Okay, now similarly for identical. Okay, if the variables or n variables are identical, okay, and in that case, if you can distribute all of them to just one, you just have to do n plus m minus 1 c m minus 1. Okay, and in this case, not all to one, meaning not, you can even say that not all empty. Okay, so if that is the case, then here what do you do when they are given, n variables given are identical? You just do n minus 1 and c m minus 1. Okay, let's just quickly revise. See, if the variables given are distinct, okay, and you have the possibility of giving all of them to one entity, then what do you say? You can take, you use the formula which is m raised to n. Okay, if the n variables which are distinct but you cannot give all of them to one, then the formula which you use is m raised to n minus m. Okay, now if the variables given are identical and you have the possibility of giving all of them to one, all you have to use is this combination formula, that is n plus m minus 1 c m minus 1. And if in case of identical variables, they are saying that not all of them can be given to 1, or not all of them can be empty, then what you do is n minus 1 c m minus 1. So now using this, let's try and solve these questions. Trust me, after using this, you will be able to solve all of them within a minute. Okay, so find number of ways in which 6 distinct pens can be distributed to 9 children. Okay, so here I can say what is my n, this is my n, and here this is my m. Now here they have not specified that not all the pens can be given to one children. Since they have not specified, we can directly say that we can give all of these pens to one child. So here my answer would be 9 raised to 6, that is nothing but m raised to n. Okay, students, if you're liking the way I'm explaining, then please go ahead and hit the like button, because that gives me tremendous amount of encouragement in doing these kind of videos. Also students, do stick around till the end, because I'm going to give you a DIY question and you will let me know the answer in the comment section. Okay, so the next one, find number of ways in which 11 presents are distributed amongst 8 people such that every person can get at most 10 presents. Okay, so now that means this is my n and this is my m, and here they have said that every person can get at most 10 presents, means that all the presents cannot be given to one single person. So what you will do is, for this one you will say 10 raised to 11 minus 10. Okay, now next one, find the number of ways in which 18 identical balls are distributed in 4 distinct bags such that none of the boxes are empty. Now this is your n and this is your m. Okay, and they have said that none of the boxes are empty, or you can say that all the boxes will have something or the other. Okay, so here we will use, since they have mentioned their identical balls, we are going to use this formula, which is 18 minus 1 and C 4 minus 1, which is coming out to be 17 C3. Okay, now the next one, find number of ways in which 12 mangoes can be distributed in 7 people. Okay, so now 12 mangoes, we are going to say that mangoes are going to be identical, right? So, and they have said that they have not even specified any condition that all the mangoes can be given to one person. Yes, so they have not said nothing saying that none of the person will be like left empty handed or something like that. So we are simply going to use our first one, which is what, 12 plus 7 minus 1 C 7 minus 1, which is going to get you 18 C 6. Okay, so now let's go and do one more question. The next one is, find number of ways in which 16 chocolates are given to 12 kids. Now see, this is your n and this is your m. Okay, and here also they have not mentioned that all the chocolates cannot be given to one child. Okay, so in that case what we will do is 12 raised to 16. Okay, and the next one is your DIY. The question is, this is your DIY, you will do it yourself and use the logic which I just showed you. Basically I want you all to use this particular table and solve this particular question. The question is, in how many ways can 7 identical ribbons be tied to 6 baskets such that none of the basket is left without a ribbon? Okay, so do let me know your answers in the comment section. That's it for now. I will very soon see you in the next video. Bye.